This is lesson 39, Exact Algebra 1/2, second edition. And this lesson is on algebraic phrases. Now, those of you in my class at the school, remember that I gave you a notebook handout to put in make a notebook page that said troublesome algebraic phrases. Now, these phrases, this is 4 different ways to say, this is 2 different ways to say this, and these are 2 different ways that I'm sorry, 3 different ways that say n plus 7, and 1 way that says n minus 7. So the sum of a number and 7. Sum means I have to add a number and 7. This means the sum of a number and negative 7. Alright, I remember in algebra, to get a sum, what I'm really doing is saying n plus negative 7. So it's the same thing as n minus 7. 7 greater than a number would also look like this, because I'd have to increase that number by 7. And then here, a number increased by 7. An increase is added. Okay, here I've given you some more phrases for each different operation. 5 different ways to say n plus 5. A number plus 5, add 5 to a number, the sum of a number and 5, 5 more than a number, or a number increased by 5. If you are doing a subtraction, a number minus 11, subtract 11 from a number, the difference of a number and 11, 11 less than a number, or a number decreased by 11. Less than and decreased by mean the same thing. And for multiplication, 3 times a number, you would just write like this. 3 multiplied by a number. The product of 3 and a number. Now here's where you have to remember, what is a product? It's the answer in a multiplication problem. These terms that you learned long, long ago are going to be very important now. And for division, a number divided by 7, and we know that we can write that 2 different ways, as a fraction or as the standard that you're used to. 7 divided into a number. Now this may be hard for you because a lot of you say division backwards. And then the quotient of a number and 7. Quotient is the answer in a division problem. And again, here in some more word problem type forms, we have the expression and the word. A number minus 6 is n minus 6. 9 less than a number would be n minus 9. Subtract 10 from a number. A number decreased by 5. Joe is 9 years younger than. Younger than means less than, which means subtract from. Jenna's salary, S, is lowered by. Lowered means the same thing as decreased by, so you subtract. Now remember that subtraction, unlike addition, is not commutative, so you have to be careful with the order that you write it. Okay, these are how the same key words are used to incorrectly write a different expression. I'm sorry, not incorrectly, but how it's worded differently, and you can write it. 6 minus a number would not be the same as this. This is a number minus 6. 6 minus a number, the 6 has to go first. 9 less a number. Now notice that this does not say less than. If it said less than, then we would put n minus 9. It says 9 less a number. So it would be 9 minus n. Subtract a number from 10. 5 is decreased by a number. Drew is in years younger than Joe, who is 9 years old. So you have 9, and then younger than Drew would be minus n. All right, a number divided by 2, 4 divided into, or divided by a number would look like this. Now, just like subtraction, division is not commutative, and this is where a lot of students make a mistake here. You have to be careful with the order that you write the expression in. All right, 2 divided by a number would look like this. The number is on the bottom of the fraction, or you would say 2 divided by a number. Okay, a number divided into 4. We could also write this as 4 divided by a number. So the way you say those division problems does make a difference. All right, let's work your practice problems. A is the sum of a number and negative 4. So I'm going to be adding something, but I remember that in algebra, subtraction is kind of adding also. A number and negative 4. All right. A number reduced by 4. So a number reduced by means it is going to get smaller by 4. The sum of the opposite of a number and negative 3. Now when we did opposites that lesson, we know that the opposite of a number is its negative. So if we don't know what n is the opposite of n is negative n minus 3. When I add those two together, that would give me a sum. D, the product of the opposite of a number and 6. The opposite of n times 6, or I could say negative 6n, which is going to be the easier way to solve. Okay. 5 times the sum of a number and negative 6. So if I have a number and negative 6, but I need 5 times that, I'm going to put it in parentheses because that 5 is going to have to distribute over both of those. All right, the product means I'm going to multiply. Negative 4 and a number increased by 6. So we have a number increased by 6, but we need the product of that and negative 4. So again, I'm going to have to put that in parentheses so that the negative 4 can distribute over both. Okay, I would like for you to write these practice problems down in your notebook. Write the word and then write the expression, please. Good job. I'll see you back next time for lesson 89.